minutes, the last battle of the American Revolution was fought. Hello, I'm Nancy Pearlman. On this edition of Eco News, we tour two small islands in this tropical paradise. We'll discover the important historic role that the country of St. Kitts and Nevis has played in the Western Hemisphere. We'll stroll along the beautiful beaches and walk into the rainforests. And we'll move to the calypso sounds and other musical rhythms. Stay with us.
The interaction between the environment and peoples throughout the world affects the quality of life on this planet. As citizens of our community, we can participate in decisions impacting our city, state, and nation. In this series, we explore the effects of our influence on the Earth's ecosystems, as well as alternatives and solutions. This is Eco News with your host, Nancy Pearlman.
Whether you visit St. Kitts and Nevis to enjoy the all-night performances at the annual St. Kitts Music Festival, or to participate or watch the mini sporting competitions, or simply to relax on the beautiful beaches, this small West Indies country welcomes you with pleasure. For the next half hour, our tour guides and governmental representatives will share some history and culture, and you'll discover why their love of this fascinating place is contagious.
La, 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 la. Sing together. Got to find a dance for the Caribbean so all the West Indian people could dance together. Dance together. Fed up on the separation, we take it too long. Got to find this one solution and we make it strong. Sing, ooh-eh, 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 ooh-eh. Sing together. Sing together.
We are in the northeastern corner, if you will, of the Caribbean chain of islands, situated about 250 miles east of San Juan, Puerto Rico. We are one of the Leeward Islands. We are about 18 minutes south by plane from St. Martin and 18 minutes west by plane from Antigua. An advantage we have is that we are such a small island. You can go to the rainforest and get back to your hotel or to the beach in a matter of hours. So whereas in a bigger country, say like Costa Rica, this is something that can take you the whole day and can be very tiring, or even in some of the larger islands in the Caribbean. Here you can get to a lush and safe rainforest and get back to your hotel, go on a catamaran or do some scuba diving in the afternoon. So everything is nearby. What we're trying to do here in St. Kitts is to establish ourselves as a model micro island state in terms of environmentalism and in terms of being a tourism destination. Everything we do has to be tied into environmental and cultural sustainability.
Awaiting the visitor are friendly people, world-renowned talent, first-class accommodations, delicious food in a beautiful setting. centuries ago, St. Kitts and Nevis were considered the British mother colony. As we take our trip around the islands, we get a sense of its history by looking at the historic structures, seeing the importance of the sugarcane industry, and touring one of the oldest and largest forts in the Western Hemisphere.
Welcome to the Brimstone Hill Fortress National Park, site of one of the most extensive historical fortresses of the Americas. St. Kitts, St. Christopher as it was called in the 17th century, is the first island to be settled by both the English and the French. It was a very fertile island, and indeed, even before the English and the French came by, it had been settled intermittently for 2,000 or so years by people migrating from the South American mainland. Brimstone Hill itself is just under 800 feet high, and the fortress, well, the hill itself encompasses about 40 acres. And the fortress is constructed on the upper and middle slopes, you can say, of a very steep-sided hill. At the very top where we are now, this is the citadel, the crowning point of the fortress, and the flag that flies today is no longer the British colonial flag, it is our own independent flag, the independent country of St. Christopher and Nevis, or St. Kitts and Nevis, as it flies at the flagpole today. St. Kitts and Nevis attained independence in 1983. But many people come to Brimstone Hill, and many people enjoy Brimstone Hill, not because so much of the history, but because of the place. The air here is invigorating, the views are spectacular. All around on a clear day you can see up to seven neighboring islands. You can see the cultivated fields of sugarcane, very in a landscape setting. You can see the mountains, the high volcanic mountains thickly clothed in forests. So many people appreciate the wonderful views to be encountered at Brimstone Hill, and indeed those who do not come with cameras regret it. This fortress was actually begun in 1690. It was designed by British military engineers, and there was a very bloody and extended period of history, colonial history, struggles between the English, the French, indeed the Spanish, and even before that, of course, there was the extermination of the Aboriginal population. So we've had a very bloody history. And in 1689, the French overran the island and captured one of the major forts of the British. And in 1690, in order to recover this fort, Brimstone Hill was fortified. From 1690 and for the next 100 years or so, there were intensive periods in between, of course. This